Hi, welcome. I hope you're doing well. And this is podcast all about knitting. Today is a bit different because I will be talking about all the yarn that I have stashed and all the projects I plan to make with it. So hopefully this won't take too long. My stuff, I wouldn't say it's overflowing or anything. It's not tiny. I've got a few projects lined up that I want to work on, but it's not, like full wall of yarn or anything, so don't worry. It's not gonna take forever, hopefully. So last time I said that I was watching quite a lot of podcasts, but completely forgot to share anything, which I really like when people do that, because I'm always keen to explore new podcasts and learn new things from different people and get inspired. And it's amazing community. So I would like to share a few. First of all, when Lizzie from Hive Knits few weeks or months ago started talking about knitting podcasts, I didn't know it's a thing, so I got into that quite quickly when she posted a list of podcast recommendations, which was so good because I still have a screenshot of that, and whenever I saw quite a few of them, I go back to the list and then explore new ones. But also in the podcast, people recommend other podcasts as well, so it's amazing, isn't it? So first of all, Lizzie from Hive Knits, she's got amazing podcast, and I really enjoy watching it and listening, because I usually listen to them at work, where I just click away on a computer. I can just listen people talking about knitting, so it's lovely. I do recommend her podcast. The second one is Laura from Penrose Knits. She's got such an amazing energy, and if you don't know Laura, go check her out because you're missing out. Simply, yeah, it's lovely. And then Laura also started designing her own pieces, which is lovely, and the corny set socks are just so pretty. I hope I will have a time to make a pair one day. But as you'll see today, I've got quite a lot of projects lined up, and yeah, it's exciting. So that's two. Let's do maybe a few more. So another one that was quite important for me is Caroline's Knits. I hope I remember that right. Caroline was so lovely and encouraging in her own podcasts about just recording your own. Like she was saying, oh yeah, think about that, go and do it, it's amazing. And it's always nice to have more podcasts to listen to and watch and knit away together and things like that. And I just thought it's amazing how encouraging she was, and it really prompted me to sit down one day and just do it and record it. So that's that. I will post the name and everything down below in case I messed something up, and you can check it again in the description box below. And the last one for now is Knitting Traditions. It's lovely Inga from Norway. And I wanted to mention her because few of my yarn choices lately were prompted by her podcast. She's a big lover. Well, no, that sounds really bad. She likes using natural fibers, natural wool, non-superwash, and etc., and locally sourced. And I just thought this is really inspiring, and I wanted to try myself and see how I get on with some of them. So it's a mix of different things, but she inspired me to add to my stash few things that I probably wouldn't think about before. So yeah, and I watched all her episodes backwards. Since I started watching, I watched them all, and she's got like 30 or 40 episodes, so it's crazy. So that are my 4 recommendations, and hopefully next time I can come back with some more. Well, I've got a few more, but I don't want to run out of them too quickly. So I hope you go and check them out if you don't know them already, because they are so worth it, and I've learned so much from all other knitters from this amazing community that it's worth it. So let's start with what I'm wearing. This is Facet Crop. It's a design by Knittymcpurly, and I got the pattern for it very spontaneously. Got some flies here, sorry. Very spontaneously when she was doing Christmas sale or something like that, and someone shared it, and I didn't even think about it. I just thought I like it. I bought a pattern, and then I just put it in a folder with all of my other patterns, and I didn't think about it for a while. But then Laura, another Laura from Adventures in Yarncraft, she was just starting out. It was about May, June last year, 2020, and she ran a giveaway that I put my name on it, and I completely forgot about that, and it was so lovely because I won the yarn from her, and it was amazing. It was this lovely speckled yarn. It was a rainbow colorway, but it's like a speckled rainbow, so it's not too heavy in colors. It wouldn't be my first choice, but since I won it, it was shame to waste it, and it's such a beauty. I'm so glad I did, because sometimes you think something's not for you, and then you end up loving it like I did. So I won the one skein. Laura kindly posted it to me, and I didn't know what to do with it, so it was just laying around in a corner. I don't like having too much yarn just laying around. I like to buy yarn with the idea what I'm gonna do with it, and make a project, and then when I finish that, buy some more or whatever. So, and then I picked up that skein, and I was just thinking, oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. I got a Facet Crop pattern. It needs 3 skeins of DK yarn in 3 different colors, and I was just like, yes, but I need to find the colors that work with it. I'm not really a green color person. I don't like strong blues. I had some other pink jumpers, so I didn't want any more pink. So I just went on Laura's website and I scrolled through page, there and back, and finally I decided on this yellow. Well, I messaged her if she could like show me them two together, how it looks, and some white next to it. And yeah, and it was surprisingly amazing, working together so well. So yeah, that's what I did. So those two colors are from Laura, from Adventure in Yarncrafts, and I really love it. I don't wear it as often as I would like, because it's cropped and it's good short sleeves, and I'm always cold. It's really warm today, so it's a good time to wear it. I'd love like a long sleeve, nice dress to throw it over, but I can't find anything in the shop that I like, so I think I might have to start sewing my own clothes as well soon. Oh yeah, so that's that. I do recommend the pattern. It's nice, it's fairly quick to knit, it's a few different color work techniques, so if you want to try a few different things without too much pressure, I would say this is a good one, because it's got some mosaic knitting, some stranded color work that's not too difficult, some bubbles, some eyelets, so it's got a little bit of everything, and it's really nice, and I found it quite easy to work. So yeah, it's a good one. Let's have a sip of coffee. Last time I didn't have anything to drink, and then when I watched it back, I really regretted it, because I was like having this weird cough from dry mouth. So hopefully I'm not gonna make the same mistake today. I'm really enjoying chatting to you all, people. I hope you do enjoy watching it. So yes, let's maybe start from the most, it's quite like a stash, quite a bit of acquisition section maybe, but last week at the end of August there was a yarn show in Yorkshire Yarn Fest, and it was so lovely to go and meet people and chat about knitting, about yarn, and amazing, and quite a few people I was following on Instagram. There are quite a few dyers, and I had a lovely time and chatting and away, and amazing. So I got into I bought a few yarns that I want to show you. So first I bought a yarn that was from a lovely lady who's got a sheep herself, flock of sheep, and it's two breeds of sheep that are endangered, I would say, and it's I can't even pronounce that, but that's how they are called. The lady is called, well, not the lady, but the yarn she's making, it's called sheepfold, and it's mix of two breeds of yarn, two breeds of wool from two breeds of sheep. So it's undyed, non-superwash, unprocessed yarn, which is so lovely. It doesn't smell sheepy at all. It's nice and clean, and it's spun from, it's 3-ply construction, and lady had this color. Well, do you see the beige one? Not the white one, the beige one. She had a solid beige with 3 strands of beige. She had this one, 2 strands of beige, 1 strand of white, and there was also another color with 2 strands of white and 1 strand of beige, and it's so lovely. I think this is gonna be such a warm, lovely jumper. I've got 5 skeins of that. Who doesn't like a good yarn boot, huh? And I just, to be honest, I don't have the idea what to make with that yet. No idea at all. So hopefully something will come to my mind. Maybe I could make a design with it. I would really like that. Or if you have some good patterns that could go with this lovely, it's a DK weight yarn. It's amazing. And the yarns are from Cumbria. Both breeds of sheep are from Cumbria, so it's very, very local. It wasn't posted all over the world or transported, and it was spun near Halifax, so it's all fairly local to the north of England. And the second acquisition that I got was a mix of different yarns from different dyers that I want to make a Morthunder sweater called Ladyfinger sweater. I don't know if you know Morthunder, but if you don't, she's so good. She's so funny as well. And I've got, it's a DK weight sweater with 5 colors of yarn. So I got 4 different colors, and then I will use some cream yarn to go with it, because I thought 5th color would be too much. And this is just, I think, Cascade Heritage or something like that. And you can see how big those socks are. They are beautiful, but they are huge. And I don't think anyone has such a huge feet. So I will just frog them. I'm not too fussed about frogging. If someone doesn't work, I will just do that, and well, that's life, isn't it? You live and learn. So my first color is Foxtails by Beehive Yarns, and that's I've got 2 skeins because it's 2 times 50 grams, so, and it's 100 meters in each. Such a beautiful color. And I got them first, and then I built the colors around the around those 2 colors. Well, this one color. So yeah, it's all super wash, extra fine merino DK. The second one is from lovely Laura again, from Adventures in Yarn Craft. And it's this amazing color. Treasures of Clay. It's a colorway, it's called Treasures of Clay. And I think they just go so well together. The third one is Zakami, and it's called, colorway is called Caravaggio. It's quite interesting mix, isn't it? Well, I like it. If you do too. And the last one is Pigment and Ply, and it's called Harvest Field, and that's also super wash merino. Yeah, I'm very excited to cake them, and I've got a house for myself, so maybe I'll be able to do some swatches. And we're doing some traveling soon, and I just I want to have some nice easy projects to knit in the car, so that could be a good one. So that's the things that I got on a yarn show last week. And then let's move on to another purchase that was inspired by Inga from Knitting Traditions, and that is Plotulopi. And like I told you, in the office that I work last week, today is amazing. It's so nice and warm, and like summer is back. But like I said to you in last episode, if you watched, or if you didn't, if you did, thank you so much for coming back. It's so nice that you're back. If you didn't, then maybe you want to go and have a look. It is Icelandic yarn. It comes wrapped up, sorry for the crinkles. It comes in like a plastic wrappers because it's so delicate that I think they are scared of like damaging it. It's unspun yarn, unspun wool, soft and airy. It's not even yarn because it's unspun, so it's more like just wool, I guess. But it's got interesting smell. I don't know if it's, I don't think it's sheepy. It might be lanolin, and can't remember the name of the color. But I got this yarn from lovely shop from Meg, No Frills Knitting, and she's amazing. She sends so quickly, and I want to, and I do recommend checking her out because she's stocking some lovely yarns that are not very popular on the market in the UK. So if you're in the UK and you want some lovely yarn, go check her out because she's so good, and she's got loads of different small things as well. It's not sponsored, paid over everything myself, just to be clear. Yes, I don't have any sponsored yarn in here, so disclaimer, non-disclaimer. So yeah, that's Plotulopi. It comes in, oh, I don't even know how it's called. In plates. It comes in plates, and you can knit it holding one strand or a few strands together. And I'm really curious to see how that goes. Because like, oh yeah, I started saying one thing and then I drifted away. In the office that I work, it's really, really cold, so I wanted to make a shawl, but the one that I started ages ago, it's taking too slow, and then from the other side I thought it will be quite thin shawl anyway, so I want to make a big thick shawl with it. And I got 3 skeins, so I hope it will be enough. If not, I will just get one more. But the shawl I have in mind is Grow by Fibre Tales. When I first saw it, I just fell in love, and I just knew that I need to knit it, and I was like, yes, that's going on my knit wish list, and I'll be making that at some point. So hopefully now's the time. I've got the yarn. I want to try another shawl to see if I like it or not. No pressure. Yes, so another project is that I've been wanting to cast on for a while is a Cosmo Vest. So as you know, I have a few designs myself, and I did original Cosmo Vest in probably about May time, I think. So it's not a great time to release a big chunky vest, is it? But anyway, that's what I did. And it's got this lovely detail of pearls every odd rows, every other row. It's got this lovely pearl stitch, and lovely Fabi from Petiteknit. When I asked on Instagram, she came up with a name for Cosmo Vest, and I really liked it. Really stuck with this design for me, and yeah, it's you know, like you not always want to wear a big chunky vest, and also it's not everyone's cup of tea. I wanted to make a lighter version, and I had this jumper I made from brushed alpaca, and that I didn't wear, and it wasn't good enough to give to anyone because it was first trial of my designs, but then it was made in brushed alpaca, so I was dreading frogging it because I know how difficult it is. It wasn't as bad as I expected. It took me a while, but it was knitted holding 2 strands, so there's no chance I'll be able to separate 2 strands from each other. And I think I will have just enough for like a vest on a smaller needles, because then before the jumper I was knitted on quite big needles, so it had quite very airy texture. But I did little swatch, and I think I quite like how it looks. I made that swatch ages ago. I don't even remember what needles I used. I hope I have my notes somewhere, so I can get this ready this autumn and maybe make a pattern and release a pattern, and you know, just let me know if you'd like that. Because so this is brushed alpaca from Drops. It's lovely, it's so soft, and if you find mohair itchy, brushed alpaca is probably a good alternative for you, because I think it's a bit softer or less prickly if you're very sensitive. Like, I don't really like pure alpaca near my neck, but brushed alpaca doesn't bother me, so I don't know why is that, but that's how it is. Another project is, let's go with the pile. So some time ago, when We Are Knitters was doing a sale and they were releasing quite a few different types of new yarn, I just thought I'm gonna order 1 skein of everything, and I did. Yeah, it wasn't cheap, and it's 1 skein, odd skeins of different things, but it was good because I could see if I liked them and if I could use them for something, if I have the idea. And so I did like a little review on IGTV, so if you want you can go and have a look if that's something you would be interested in. But I was really positively surprised with the wave. It's unevenly spun yarn. It's the same fabric as same yarn. It's it's Peruvian wool, the same as petite wool, or the same as the wool. And I was very intrigued with the texture. And I had a little swatch because I did swatches for every yarn as well. And Iris for Iris Makes, she designed a full line actually of garments in this yarn. So if you're interested and if you always wanted to try it but you're not particularly fan of We Are Knitters designs, check her out, because she's got a full range of like jumpers, cardigans, slipovers, everything you could possibly want in this yarn. And she just released V-neck slipover that I would love to make, because it looks so cool, doesn't it? It looks so different than anything else. You don't get anything like that in a shop. And that color, Pearl, is it Pearl Grey, I think? Or Pearl, just Pearl, but it's so pretty. It's just, it's not a lilac, it's not pink, it's something in between. Very interesting color. And I've got only 1 skein, but when I'm ready I'll just order few more, so I have enough yarn to make a sleepover. But that's somewhere in the back of my head that I want to make. The next one is from the same situation. It's Ecolana by We Are Knitters. You can see it's their most or least processed yarn. It's like a raw yarn, quite a bit similar to this one. You can see how both they are fuzzy because they are undyed, unprocessed and everything. So this one so fuzzy. And I want to, it's color natural. They've got I think 4 or 5 colors that are undyed, and I think the colors are determined by the color of the sheep. So it's lovely, and I've got one skein of that, and I got my notes here because I can't remember. But one day I was thinking, I've never done any mittens, you know. So I would love to make a mittens in that. And the pattern is called Felted Twist Mittens, and by Rilleruth. She's Scandinavian designer, and she's got a whole series of the twist frame designs. And when I compared the yarn and the gauge, it was very, very close. So I think I could get away with that. And I think because it's unprocessed yarn, it would felt really well. Like I know everything about felting. I don't. I know nothing, but only by accident. That happened a few times to me. But I would love to try that. And since we're there, the other thing that I ordered in the same go, but that was the only thing that I ordered 2 skeins of, because I've heard that you can make a sweater, just probably depends from the size, right? In just 2 skeins. So I ordered the fuzzy yarn, also by We Are Knitters. I know I've got quite a lot of yarn by We Are Knitters, but I just love them. They don't have any, oh no, they have one superwash yarn, not a lot of plastic yarns, so they are quite good in offering plastic alternatives or natural fiber yarns in with a different texture, finish and feel and things like that. So it's quite exciting company for me. And I made my first sweater with their kit, so I feel a bit sentimental. But yeah, so I ordered just 2 skeins of that. It is color natural, marbled natural, and it's got those lovely speckles, as you can see. And when I was looking, thinking what would I want to make with this, I think the gauge swatch was almost identical as Petiteknit Stockholm sweater or Oslo sweater. So I think I will make one of those 2. Maybe I will make them slightly shorter if I run out of yarn or something like that, or just, I don't know. But that's another thing I'd love to make. And I never tried any of those 2, and apparently they're different construction than I usually tried, so knitted. So I'm really excited to learn something new as well. And this is super soft, like super nice to work with. I don't know how quickly we're going through this, but I don't know. Is it too quick? Is it too long? Too much? I'll probably be talking about all of those things anyway, again, I would be showing you the progress. But I think I need this to make a list of all the yarn that I have, think about the projects that I want to make, and like plan next few months to what I want to make. So hope you don't mind me talking about yarn. The next one is this one. I don't know if I showed you that last time. I don't think so. But this is knitting for Olive merino, and I put 4 skeins of that, and it's light fingering, so it's slightly thinner than a 4-ply fingering weight yarn. And this yarn I got from Abby Knits when she was doing a distash. To be honest, I think knitting for Olive yarns are quite expensive. I know they are very eco because they are 100% extra fine merino, traceable, not molest, from non-molest animals, and they've got Ecotech Standard 100, so you pay for quality. But I got quite lucky, and when Abby was doing a distash, I got those few skeins. I got also one more of green one that I got hold of, and I'll say about that in a minute. But yeah, I got that from her. That was about May, June time as well. And probably a bit early, because then I ordered this amazing yarn from the Fibre Fox. I don't know if you can see the color, how it shifts from like a peachy to pink, and it's just so lovely. And I was thinking I will hold them together and make something with them. I'll show you. I've got swatches. Got this little swatch. Can you see? I hope you can see. It's nice. I don't know if I'm 100% convinced, because I think if I would cast on already. I love both of the yarns, but I'm not 100% sure if they work together. So please let me know what you think in the comments, because I'm dreading it. So that's that. And then I was thinking that how nice it would be. I probably was doing something cable-it, and but how nice it would be to make a cable sweater jumper all over with like a little cables. There's probably loads of designs like that, so I don't know if I would make a pattern with that, or I would just make one of, but I think thing looks quite nice. Like the idea. I'm not sure about yarn combo. But if not, I don't know what would I use this mohair for. Dunno. Still thinking about this, but it's lovely. It's like in my pink box. Pink lovely box. So the next one is I got that one skein of as well with other knitting for olives from Abby. This, I don't have the label. Might be like bottle green or slate green or something. Daisy got hold of it and ripped it off completely. It took me like 2 hours to wind it back into this little ball. And sorry. Oh. You don't need that stuttering when you record, you know? Don't do the same mistake as I did. And I wanted to make with this a hat, because I think that could be just enough for a hat. But I wanted to hold it with some green mohair, and I ordered one skein of 10 silk mohair from knit yarns. I thought it would be a bit darker on pictures, but it came quite it looks quite light, you can see. So I don't know how it would look on a swatch because I didn't have time to swatch yet. But I wanted to make a hat when I was testing a pattern for Masha from Not a Day Without Knitting. It's a Driada sweater this time. I had that idea that this stitch would look really nice on the hat. So since then I'm just like carrying this idea in my head, and I just can't like find a good yarn combo. It doesn't even have to be. I don't think I would wear this color like on myself, but like my mom would love this color or something. I could always gift it, but I just want to like do it. But I'm not sure that those color works together. Not sure, honestly. Will be something that I will have to swatch for. And next we're getting to the end, people. Getting to the end. So like I told you, it's almost all my stash, and there's nothing else that are full sweater or garment quantities. I got only one skein left on the other things, except project that I showed you last time. But we're getting to the end. The other one is Arbetta Classic, and I got two colors, Marzipan, I think. It doesn't have a name in here. And then I think this was taupe. It's different. I've got two of each, and I want to make some socks. Last year my New Year's goal was to make more progress pictures, to take more progress photos for my Instagram, and I did, and I think I did pretty well. It kept me going when I didn't have time to knit, and I could post pictures, and to like, you probably already noticed, but I quite often post pictures backwards because I'm not as good, and I feel really stressed if I don't have loads of pictures stocked up on my phone for projects I did. I just couldn't knit, take a picture, post it, and then the same next day the same, because I would be so stressed. And it's not about being stressed, it's about relieving stress, isn't it? Knitting. So that's what I do, and it's fine. But I think next year, or starting from now, I would like to make more socks and try more sock knitting needles, like a small circulars. I've got quite a few of those already, but slowly getting my opinions on them. Won't tell you just yet, but I think I want to make a few pair of socks before I will say something. But if you would like me in the future to make like a comparison video of yarns, sock yarns, and knitting needles, etc., etc., I could maybe talk about this if you want. So yeah, so I was thinking about two patterns I'd love to make, and one is Ayleen socks but Lary knits, and the other Midsummer socks by Sari Nordlund again. Obsessed with her patterns, but yeah. But yeah, so I will, hopefully, I will get to that, knitting those socks at some point. And yeah, I'm excited to, never tried Arvetta before, so I'm quite excited to try and see how it knits up. Quite funny with socks because I wear them off so quickly. I knitted my first pair of socks in January or February 2020, and I had to throw them away because they were so worn off that there was nothing to fix. They were worn off all around the toes, on the heel, under my instep, everywhere. So I'd love to try some more natural yarns, but I'm afraid that if it doesn't have a polyester or nylon, usually it wouldn't last very long. It would just break after one wear or a week of wearing or something. And thinking how long you're spending knitting socks, you want them to last a bit longer than that, do you? And last two things is this bad boy. It's my Clubhouse Raglan hoodie by Twoofwands, and the pattern is great. It is. It's so well written and everything, but I think it was written for a tall person. That's the first thing. And then the other thing is my yarn choice, which this is again baby alpaca from We Are Knitters. So it is alpaca, it stretches a lot. Like a lot. So I knitted it, and then it was somewhere up to there, and I knew sleeves were like longer than my hands. So and I did hit the gauge, so I did swatch and I didn't hit the gauge. So I don't know if it's because of yarn weight or yarn choice or what, or it's just like a big hoodie. But I'm quite a small person. I'm 1.60 m. I think it's 5'2", something like that. I don't know. Sorry. 1.60 m, and it was just too big. So I had to rip it back quite a lot and knit and make it shorter. And then when I did, I wore it for a while, but then it stretched out sideways, lengthways again, and it just doesn't look good. And that yarn lints a lot, pills a lot, so it doesn't look stunning, does it? So I think I will just rip it back again. The sleeves even felt it from wearing it, because I always dip them in water because they are so, look how wide they are. I don't remember if there were some decreases, probably were, but look how wide it is. It's just crazy. The pattern is good, it's not for me. But I will just, I think, instead, it's not good enough to give it to anyone, to gift it or anything, so I will just, I think, rip it back, frog it, and we'll try thinking about something else. But I had few skeins left of Tilia Filcolana from other thing that I knitted. I think I had like 2 and something, and I ordered one more just to give me the yardage I would need to make a sweater. And I think I will just pair it with this when I rip it back. Wash this yarn or sweater first because it's like, probably didn't wash it for a year since I made it. And I was thinking maybe to do little swatch, and those two colors work so nicely together. And hopefully mohair would stop that naughty alpaca stretching so much. Still you can see that it stretches a lot, so I probably would use a smaller needles. But this is a swatch for Aosta sweater, mohair version I think, or mohair edition. But I don't know if it's not too speckly, if it's not losing the... what was that called? If it doesn't lose the texture doesn't get lost in the colors, in the speckles. So I'm also thinking about that. I would really love some Aosta sweater. I just have too much to knit. Hopefully one day I can make time, especially for the classic Aosta, because it's knitted on like 7 or 8 millimeter needles, so that would be amazing. Aosta sweater is by the Knittymcpurly girl, if you don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I'm so indecisive, am I? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But I do love a good Aosta. They look so beautiful. But see, when you look from the distance, you can't really tell the pattern, so because it gets lost in the speckles. So I might just make something else with this yarn and then buy yarn for Aosta and make a lovely Aosta one day. And then the last thing that is super annoying for me, and I always feel a bit scared to it's not a criticize, but it's like, maybe it is, I don't know, but I'm not exactly happy with something. Like this jumper, and I feel like this episode should be called Frog with Me or something, everything with frog. But no. So I think, you know, do you know this pattern? It's or if you don't, I don't know, make your own mind. I love the pattern, I love the stitch, let's say it that way, and I do not love the fit. I do not love it. I almost didn't do any straps, and it sits so high here that I couldn't make them any shorter because it would be just like I couldn't do anything because it would be like too close. But I do not like the fit because whenever I wear it, my boobs are almost out. I'm sorry, but I don't like that. I like my tops being round the neck, and it's not the pattern fault, because pattern is just written in V-neck like most patterns. But after this, I've learned that's what I don't like, and I'm able to modify the pattern to suit my needs. So I would like a leaf top, but what I do, I think, I will rip it back again. Well, not again. I got another project, that's why again. And then this is a cotton from We Are Knitters, and it's lovely, but it's also, like you can see, it stretched a lot, and I wore it maybe once or twice over another t-shirt because I didn't want my bra to be sticking out. So I think I will just use a smaller needle size to make it slightly smaller, so it doesn't stretch as much, and then I will make a higher neckline. like about there. I will just continue in a pattern. That's the plan. But when will I do all this? I have no idea. But it would be lovely. I don't have a lot of knitted. I'm not really a summer garment knitter because there is not much summer in England, and it needs to be really, really warm for me to be able to wear tops like that. It needs to be like minimum 24 or 5 degrees for me to be able to wear this. If it's not, I will probably wear a jumper. So yeah, it's such a good pattern, but it's just not for me. The fit is not for me. So I will try to improve it and make it again for next summer, because this summer, well, it's back today, but it's like it's never been here before. So I hope this is not too boring for you. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to have a sip. Hope this is not too boring and that you could cope with me talking for so long. Let me know what you think, if you have any feedback, any tips. Was I annoying? Did I say something wrong, or did you like it? Or it warms my heart that you're watching this. If you do, let me know in the comments if you watched it until the end. If you didn't, I will know probably because no one will comment. But yeah, I hope you enjoy a little tour around my yarn stash. It's just laying in front of me everywhere, and hopefully in the future I can show you more progress on those yarns, not only like they are. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.